Good morning, all of you. Can you hear me? I'm audible? Okay, thank you. Students, before going to today's topic, trigonometry part 1, I want to revise 3 to 4 question from the factorization. So let's start with the example of factorization. I will give you some question and give me the answer as I ask. So let's start with pen and paper. So first question is x square plus 20x minus 69. Okay. See, this is quadratic equation. I want to split it into the 4 term. Anyone give me the answer of this question?
Ma'am,
Oh,
can I?
yes.
X plus 23 and x minus 3.
Okay.
X minus 3.
Okay. X square minus 69, keep it the same. Here,
23 minus
minus
3x.
3x. So, if we take x common, x plus 23 minus 3 common, x plus 23. So, the factors are x plus 23 and x minus 3. Yes. Now, the next sum is, if we have x square plus 7x minus 98. X square plus 7x minus 98. I will ask
Ma'am,
anyone.
14 and 7.
Kal, okay. 14 and
x minus 7, x plus
14x
14.
minus 7x.
14x, 7x.
Please mute yourself. Uh, only those students is unmute him or herself when I will ask you the particular student name. Okay. Otherwise, don't unmute yourself. Here, x square plus 14x minus 7x minus 98. Yes, you are right. So x plus 14 minus 7, x plus 14, here x plus 14, x minus 7. See, I ask the particular students because here I think there are many students are joined the lecture, but they are not involving themselves. They just joined and left. They are not try to understand the lecture. So I will ask the particular students, and that only students will give the answer. Okay. Now the next question is 6x square plus 17x plus 12. So if I want to split this 3 term into the 4 term, yes, Raj? Raj, you raise your hand. Yes, Raj. Unmute yourself and give me the answer. Raj, can you hear me? Yes, Jenny.
2x plus 3 and 3x plus 4.
Okay. See, I just want the second step. So, the factor of 6 is 3 into 2. Factor of 12 is 2 into 2 into 3. So, if here we want 17 with the help of addition. So, 3 3s are 9 into 8. So, I just want 9x plus 8x plus 12. Yes, Raj, you are right, but I want the second step by getting 3x common. Here we have 2x plus 3. by getting 4 common. Here we have again 2x plus 3. Both bracket are same. So 2x plus 3 common, and the remaining term is 3x plus 4. Okay. Now the next is, if we have x cube minus 7x plus 6. Students, this is not a quadratic equation, right? This is the cubic equation, x raised to 3. When we have a cubic equation, we write this equation as x cube plus 0 into x square minus 7x plus 6. So the coefficient of x cube is 1, coefficient of x square is 0, coefficient of x is minus 7, and coefficient of x raised to 0, it means constant term, is 6. When the summation of all coefficient is 0, your one factor will be x minus 1. Here the summation of all coefficient 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. So here the summation of all coefficient is 0. Therefore the factor is x minus 1. So for more simplification, here factor is x minus 1, but the root is x equal to 1. When we have minus sign, the root is plus. So 1 plus 0. Here we have to take 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 ones are 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. The multiplication of these two 1 is again 1. Minus 7 plus 1 is minus 6. Minus 6, 0. Okay. So the next, this is the coefficient of x square. This one is the coefficient of x. So our other bracket is x square plus x minus 6 and x minus 1. The factor of x square plus x minus 6 is x plus 3, x minus 2. 3 2s are 6. Yes, subtraction. So one sign is positive, other sign is negative. And we want plus sign. So the plus is on the bigger value. Okay, before the bigger value. So this is the factor of this given equation.
Ma'am, can you re-explain the method?
Okay, I will.
Yes.
Okay, I will take same example and explain this again. Okay, see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Suppose we have x cube plus 2x square minus x minus 2. See, this is again a cubic equation. So the coefficient of x cube is what? 1. Right?
1.
Okay.
1. Yeah.
Now the coefficient of x square is what? 2.
2.
Just a minute.
2.
Okay, just a minute. The coefficient of x square is 1. Coefficient of x square is 2. Coefficient of
2.
x is minus 1.
Minus 1.
Please mute yourself. If you have any query, then and only then unmute yourself. Okay. Minus 2. So students, the coefficient of x cube is 1. Coefficient of x square is 2. Coefficient of x is minus 1. And the constant term is minus 2. Okay. Now the summation of all these coefficients. Summation means 1 plus 2, then minus 1 minus 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. And there is minus 3. So plus 3 minus 3. Our answer will be 0. It means the summation of coefficient is 0. So our one factor is x minus 1. This is the rule. If the coefficient, summation of all coefficient is 0, then one factor is x minus 1. Right? Now, factor is x minus 1. But here, x minus 1 is factor. So x is equal to 1. So here we are taking just 1. Right? Here we are taking 1. Students, this is again rule. We have to write here 0. We have to start with the 0. Then we are doing addition. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 into 1. We have to do the multiplication of these two terms. 1 into 1 is, we have to write here. Multiplication of these two terms, 1 into 1, we are going to write here. Now again addition of these two. 2 plus 1 is 3. Multiplication of this 3 with this 1. 3 into 1, we are going to write here. Addition. Minus 1 plus 3 is 2. 2 into 1, we are going to write here. At the last term must be 0. यहाँ पे ये term 0 ही आनी चाहिए. अगर यहाँ 0 नहीं आती है, then we think that we have did some mistake. This one is 0. Okay. So as per the rule, this one is the coefficient of x square. This one is the coefficient of x. And this is the constant term. So we will write the next bracket with the help of this one. 1 into x square is x square. 3 into x, so plus 3x plus 2. Okay, so we have did the, see here power is 3. So we have total 3 factors. One factor is x minus 1. Now other 2 factor we will find with the help of these bracket. So the x square plus 3x plus 2. So x minus 1. Now the factor of, we have to, factor of 2 is 2 into 1. So 2 and 1. And here plus sign. This one is also plus sign. So both sign are plus. So the roots are x plus 1 and x plus 2. 2 ones are 2. We want 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. I think now clear, or still have any doubt?
Ma'am, what if the summation is not 0?
Summation is non-zero. Okay. If summation is non-zero, then we have to check the, then at that time we have to check the summation of odd power and summation of even power. If we have an example, then summation is not 0, then we have to check the
Ma'am, even ma'am powers or coefficients.
Sorry. So we have to check the summation of coefficient of odd power and summation of coefficient of even power. Okay. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So we have to check.
Yes, ma'am.
We have to check the summation of. We have to check the summation of coefficient of odd power and summation of coefficient of even power. If both are equal, listen carefully, if both are equal, then our one factor is x plus 1. Okay, I will give you one example like that. So you will better understand. See, if x cube, 2x cube plus x square plus x plus 2. Okay, students, again this is the cubic example, right? So here the coefficient of cube is what? 2, right? Coefficient of x square is what? 1. Coefficient of x is what? 1. And the constant term is what? 2. See, all are positive. So 0 आने का तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं है. So the summation of all this coefficient is non-zero. At that time we will check. See, this is the coefficient of x cube and this is the coefficient of x. So this is the odd power coefficients and this one is the even power coefficient, right? So this is 2 plus 1 is 3, odd power coefficient. And this one is 1 plus 2 is 3. So the summation of the coefficient of odd power and the summation of the coefficient of even power, this constant term, it means x raised to 0, and 0 in here 0 we will conclude in the even power. So both are same, it means as per the rule, one root is x plus 1. It means one root is x plus 1. Here the one root is x plus 1, and I tell you, as this is plus, here we are taking minus 1, right? So 2 plus 0, I already told you, here we are starting with the 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2. 1 minus 2, so minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1, that is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. 2 and minus 2 is 0. So next is, this is the coefficient of x square. This is the coefficient of x, and this one is the constant term. So x square minus x, sorry, this one is 2x square. 2 into x square, right? So 2x square minus 1 into x, that is minus x, plus 2. So here 2 2s are 4, and with the help of the summation we want minus, but the next root is not possible. This is the roots are possible, but the real roots are not possible, and for that we are going for the complex number that I will teach you in the next exam, in the engineering mathematics, how we have to solve with the help of the delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, so as you ask, when the summation of all coefficient is non-zero, at that time we will move with like that. Now we'll start the today's topic, that is trigonometry function. Yes.
Ma'am, we will use the same method for quadratic equations.
For quadratic, no. This method is only used for the higher power, for more than quadratic, for cubic, fourth root, fifth root, and then next.
Polynomial.
Quadratic also is also a polynomial, but for quadratic it is not used. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, what if the summation of even power and odd power is not equal?
At that time we have to check by putting the particular value. If by putting in the equation x equal to 2, our answer will be 0, then root is 2, it means the factor is x minus 2. If we put x is equal to minus 2 and that equation will give the answer 0, then the factor is x plus 2. At that time we have to check with the particular value. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, students. Now we'll start with the trigonometry part 1. So trigonometry is all about triangles. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that studies relationships involving length and angles of triangles. So let's start with right angle triangle. I know you already learned in the school time, a right angle triangle has 3 sides which can be uniquely identified as the hypotenuse. Adjacent side to a given angle theta and opposite side to a given angle theta. It means this is, if this is our right angle triangle, see this is our right angle triangle because we consider this theta as an angle 90, and from other two angle, if we talk about the particular this angle theta, this side is adjacent and this one is the opposite side, and the opposite side of the angle 90 we know as hypotenuse. Okay, but what I want to tell you about the right angle triangle, that is if we have we have two right angle triangle. Okay, see, these are two right angle triangle, A, B, C and D, E, F. In this right angle triangle, angle C is 90 and in this triangle, angle F is 90. Here we are taking two angles. This B is theta and here this E is theta. If both theta are equal, student please listen carefully. If both theta are equal, then the ratio of the sides like BC upon AB and EF upon DE will be the same. Again I repeat, if in two right angle triangle, see this is right angle, ये right angle है, it means कि उसका एक angle तो fix हो ही गया, उसका एक angle तो 90 का ही है, right? If in right angle triangle, so बाकी बचे two angle में से if we are compare with each other triangle, if both angles are same, then the ratio of BC upon AB and EF upon DE both are same. So if angle is same for two different right angle triangle, ratio of two sides remains same. It means if acute angle theta change, the ratio of two sides of the right angle triangle change. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि अगर हम थीटा चेंज कर रहे हैं, थीटा की वैल्यू चेंज होती है, देन द रेशियो विल बी द चेंज. So the ratio of two sides of right angle triangle are the function of the acute angle theta. Now, the basic trigonometry function. We have many trigonometry functions, but the basic trigonometry function is what? Sine function and cos functions. And you know that sine function defined as the ratio of the opposite side of the angle and to the hypotenuse. Similarly, the cos function defined as the ratio of the adjacent side to the angle to the hypotenuse. And the other trigonometry function are tan, cot, sec and cosec. These two are basic functions and the others are tan, cot, sec, cosec. What about tan? Tan is sine upon cos. What about cot? Cos upon sine. Sec is 1 upon cos and cosec is 1 upon sine. So these are the trigonometry functions. Two functions we are taking as a basic functions and the other are tan, cot, sec and cosec. Now, extending the definition of the sine function and cos function for the unit circle. Here we have taken a unit circle and this cos theta. In this unit circle, this is the right angle triangle. This one is the angle 90. Okay, now we are talking about this angle theta. This is the adjacent side, this is the opposite side. Right? So, as per the rule, sine theta is what? Opposite side of the acute angle theta upon the hypotenuse. Now, what is the opposite side? Opposite side is AB. So, sine theta is equal to AB upon the hypotenuse. It means AB upon OB. But the value of OB is, this is the unit circle. Unit circle, it means the value of, okay, this is the radius. So, the value of OB is 1. So, sine theta is equal to sine theta. This sine theta is equal to AB. And the value of AB is equal to OC. AB equal to OC. So, sine theta is equal to OC. This is your sine theta. It means the y coordinate of point B. What this sine theta is y coordinate of point B. ये जो y है, this indicate the value of sine theta. Similarly for cos theta, cos theta is equal to the adjacent side. See, this is the adjacent side. So cos theta is equal to adjacent side to the acute angle theta upon the hypotenuse. So cos theta is equal to OA upon OB. The value of OB is 1 here. So cos theta is equal to OA. And this OA indicate the x. This, what is this indicate? This indicate the x coordinate of point B. It means it is cos theta. So dear students, I just simply want to say that x comma y, it means your x indicate cos theta and your y point indicate sin theta. Okay, if you are right here x comma y, or you are right here cos theta comma sin theta, in this case both are the same. Now, important trigonometry formula derived from the unit circle. You know that the trigonometry formula cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cos x square theta. Here we derive this formula with the help of this unit circle. We take here the same unit circle. Refer the right angle triangle OAB. See, this is the right angle triangle. Okay. Now, this angle A is right angle. It means this OB is the hypotenuse and this is the right angle triangle. So, with the help of the Pythagoras theorem, we can say that OA square plus AB square is equal to OB square. And we all know that this OA is nothing but cos theta. And this AB is equal to OC is equal to sin theta. So in the place of OA, we can write cos theta. In the place of AB, we can write sin theta. So cos theta whole square, here sin theta whole square, and the value of OB from the unit circle, it is 1, so 1 square. So with the help of the unit circle, we can easily say that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. If I divide the given equation with cos square theta, then cos square theta upon cos square theta, sin square theta upon cos square theta, and this 1 upon cos square theta. We divide this equation with cos square theta. So both are same. It gives 1. Sin upon cos, as you know, that is tan, and 1 upon cos is sec. So the other formula, with the help of the unit circle, 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, right? Similarly, if I divide the original equation, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1, with the help of the sin square theta, then cos square upon sin square, it means cos upon sin is cot, sin upon sin, it gives 1, and 1 upon sin is cos x square. So cot square theta plus 1 is equal to cos x square theta. Okay, so these three formula are important. Now, finding the relation, this is again one more theorem. Finding the relationship between cos theta and minus cos theta. Students, here again we take a unit circle. This is our right angle triangle. Here we are talking about cos theta and cos minus theta. So from figure 1, what is the value of cos theta? From figure 1, we can say that cos theta is equal to OA, which you all know. But what about cos minus theta? This is our positive theta, and this one is the negative theta. So we take this right angle triangle in the fourth quadrant. Okay, the value of this one is the theta, this one is the minus theta. The value are same, but one is positive and the other is negative. So from figure 2, if I take cos minus theta, the value of cos minus theta is again OA. See, please see carefully. From figure 1, value of cos theta is OA. from figure 2, value of cos minus theta is again OA. So right hand side are same. So from the left hand side, cos theta is equal to cos minus theta. I know you all are know this formula, cos theta is equal to cos minus theta, but I want to show you that how the both values are same with the help of this unit circle, right? Now, similarly for the sine theta. See, here from figure 3, the if we are talking about sine theta from figure 3, sine theta is equal to OC. Okay, from figure 3, sine theta is equal to OC. But if we are taking sine minus theta, then sine minus theta is OE. This one is OC, this one is OE. This one is the upper direction, this one is the lower direction. So from figure 4, sine minus theta is equal to OE. So both are different. One is positive, the other is negative. So sine theta is equal to minus sine minus theta. See, OC, if I take OC is equal to 0.7, then OE will be minus 0.7. If I take OC is equal to 0.6, then OE will be minus 0.6. So there is a difference between the cos theta formula and sine theta formula. For cos theta is equal to cos minus theta, but for sine theta, minus sine minus theta. Okay. Now, see, here we want to check that how cos theta changes, if theta increase from 0 to pi by 2. Students, यहाँ पे फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट की बात है. Here we are talking about the theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 2. Means we are talking about the first quadrant. And here we are checking that if theta increase, means first quadrant में the value of theta is increased. At that time, what is the change in the cos theta? So you can easily understand with this left hand side figure. See, See, you can compare these two left hand side figure. In the first figure, the theta will be approximate 45, and in the second figure, theta will be approximate 65 to 70, right? So here theta increase in the first quadrant. At that time, the value of cos theta is decrease. See, we'll check with one more figure. If I increase the value of theta more, then the value of cos theta is decreasing according it. So we can notice that as theta increase in the first quadrant, cos theta decrease, and finally cos 90 will give answer 0. Similarly, the opposite. How cos theta changes if theta decrease? Means if थीटा यहाँ पे फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट थीटा बढ़ रहा था, एट दैट टाइम cos थीटा इज डिक्रीजिंग. सो सिमिलरली इफ थीटा डिक्रीज होगा, द वैल्यू ऑफ cos थीटा विल बी इंक्रीज. ओके, सी, we'll check with the help of the figures. This is the value of theta with the help, it is approximate 45. From second figure, it is less than 45. Then third figure, it is near to 0. So we can easily say that as theta decrease in the first quadrant, cos theta increase. See, the first quadrant, when the theta is 45, the value of cos theta is like this. But if theta decrease, theta की value decrease हो रही है, at that time cos theta. Compare these two figures. The value of cos theta is increase here. And with the comparison of three figure, as theta is decreasing, the value of cos theta is increasing. Right? See, this is the value of theta, cos theta. This is the value of cos theta. So as theta decrease, value of cos theta is increase. Now, similarly for the sine. How sine theta changes if theta increase and how sine theta changes if theta decrease. Here we are talking about only first quadrant. So let's check for the first quadrant if theta is increasing. See, this theta is nearly to 45. This is more than 45 and this one is near to 90. So as theta is increasing, the value of sine theta is also increasing. And as theta decreasing, value of sine theta is decreasing. Students, it is very simple. अगर थीटा की वैल्यू फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में बढ़ रही है, देन एट दैट टाइम कॉस रिएक्ट अपोजिट. थीटा बढ़ेगा, कॉस घटेगा, वो डिक्रीज होगा. बट द साइन रिएक्ट द सेम. थीटा बढ़ेगा, साइन की वैल्यू भी बढ़ेगी. थीटा डिक्रीज होगा, साइन की वैल्यू भी डिक्रीज होगी. इट इज वेरी सिंपल. इट इज ओनली फॉर द फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट. बट इट हियर I tried to show you with the help of the unit circle that how it will occur. The value of sine theta and the value of cos theta increase and decreasing with the help of the value of the theta. Right? Students, हमारी ये जो lecture है will be conclude very soon within a minute. So जो remaining part है will continue in tomorrow's lecture. But before that, I want to tell you that one more thing. Finding the value of sine theta and cos theta in the second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant and fifth quadrant. From all these figures, we can easily check that from second quadrant. Here the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, the sine is positive, but the cos is negative. The first quadrant both are positive, but in the second quadrant, the sine is occur here. So sine is positive, but the cos is negative. So cos negative, sine positive. In third quadrant,